everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to crochet this granny square. Let's begin. You need to make a slip knot. So just grab your yarn and wrap it in an upside down circle like this. Now you should grab this piece of dropped over yarn over here. Grab it, and you see the right side of the ring over here, this side of the ring. You're just going to grab that, and then you see the dropped over yarn that we were holding before. We're just going to put that yarn right under that circle like that, and it should be looking like this. Now use your pointer finger and your thumb and place it on both ends of the ring like that. And now you see this dropped over yarn in the middle. You're going to grab that yarn and just pull your finger up, and then grab both ends of the yarn and just tighten your slip knot. And that is how you make your slip knot. Now we can grab our hook and place our hook right in the middle of that slip knot. And to tighten our slip knot on our hook, because it's too big for our hook, we will just grab both ends of the yarn and tighten it onto the hook like that. Congrats, now you have your slip knot. And we need to learn how to hold our hook and our yarn before we continue to make our granny square. So to hold your hook, you can actually hold it however you want to. Like you can hold it in a pencil grip, or like how you're holding a pen like this. Or you can hold it in like a knife grip, like holding it like that. But it depends on which one is more comfortable, so you can try both methods. This method is my personal favorite, but you can also try this method if it's easier for you. And to hold your yarn, you're just going to grab the working yarn, which is the long piece of yarn, and wrap it around your pinky finger like this. And it should be looking like this. Now you see these two fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger. You're going to wrap that yarn over them two as well, like that. And now you're going to place the yarn under your pointer finger and wrap it around like this. And this is how my hand is looking like. Back to front, it looks like that. And you should just let the yarn slide through while you're crocheting like this. You shouldn't hold it like so tight like this. You're barely letting it through like this. You should just let it slide easily. Oh, also when you're putting the slip knot on your hook, it shouldn't be too loose or too tight on your hook. Like you should still be able to slide it through on your hook easily, but it shouldn't be too loose like that. It should just be like this tight. So now we can start chaining. Make sure you're holding the knot on your slip knot with your middle finger and your thumb. So now we are going to start chaining. So to chain, just face your hook to the back and wrap your yarn over your hook from back to front, and now just slide through that loop on your hook. And that is how you chain. It should be looking like a V. And while you're chaining, you can just move your hand up, like once it gets taller. You don't have to hold it all the way down here, and because it will be like hard to pull through the loop. You can just hold it up over here. Now we need to do this step 4 more times because we are chaining 5. So face your hook sideways and wrap your yarn right over your hook. And now slide your hook backwards until the yarn goes through that loop on your hook. Now I'm going to continue showing it to you of how to chain, because you guys are absolute beginners and I don't really expect you to know how to do it how to do it yourself after I just showed you 2 times. So I'm going to continue doing it with you. Just face your hook sideways, just a little bit to the back, and wrap your yarn over your hook like that. And now we need to get this yarn and slide it through the loop on our hook. So remember, you don't need to hold all the way down here. You can hold up here now. So just slide your hook through that loop. And we've did 3 chains now. Face your hook sideways, a little bit to the back, and wrap your yarn over your hook. And now slide your hook sideways in a backward motion until it goes through that loop. And now we need to do that one more time. So face your hook to the back and wrap it around from back to front, making sure like the hook is grabbing onto the yarn. So make sure it's not like this, where the yarn is like not, the hook is not grabbing onto the yarn. Make sure the yarn is right under that hook and slide your hook backwards until it goes through that loop. And now we have made a chain 5. So now we need to connect these two pieces together. And you see these V's along your chain. It looks like a V, like one loop and then the other loop to form a V. What you're going to do with that, we're going to connect it. So you see the first chain we did, which is the first V over here. You're just going to insert your hook right in the middle of that V, catching only one loop. And now you're just going to wrap the yarn over your hook. And that is called a yarn over actually. So you might not be able to face it all the way to the back. It might just be like side on. But now our main aim is to slide the yarn through both of the loops. So the loop over here and the ring. So just slide your hook backwards until it goes through that first ring. And now you can hold your work with these hands over here. And now there's 2 loops. We need to get that yarn and slide it through this loop. So just slide your hook in a backwards motion, and that is how you make something called a slip stitch. Congrats. So now we've got our fake magic ring. It's just an alternative, easier method, and you should see like a ring in the middle of your circle. So if you do have that ring in the middle, then you're on the right track. So now we need to chain 4 to start the rounds. So to chain is just like how we did at the start of the video. We're just going to yarn over by facing our hook kind of to the back and wrapping the yarn right over. Make sure the yarn is caught by the hook. And now just slide through that loop like that. And that creates a V. And now we need to do that 3 more times. Like this. And slide your hook in a backwards motion. Like this. And now, like I said, once your chain is getting longer, you don't have to hold it all the way here. You can hold it like up here now. So face your hook kind of to the back sideways. And wrap your yarn over your hook. And now slide your hook in a backwards motion until it goes through that loop on your hook. And one more time, just do it again. By the way, this is called a yarn over. So just slide through that loop. And that is chain 4. So now this is where it kind of judges if you can complete this granny square or not. So we are going to be doing 3 double crochets in the middle of the ring in your fake magic circle. So not this ring over here. You can just tighten that with your you can just tighten it. You see that ring in the middle, that circle in the middle over here. That is where we're going to be working our double crochets. So to work a double crochet, just do a yarn over like this. And now you need to insert your hook right in the middle of that circle. So just right in the middle, like this. And you see this yarn over here is just dropped on. So you don't have to actually crochet with that, but if you do want to, to just get rid of that, you can just use it to crochet as well. So you can just hold them both together while holding these loops with this finger. And now do a yarn over again by wrapping your yarn over your hook. And slide through that ring first, like this, in a backwards motion. And now there's 3 loops on your hook. Now we need to do a yarn over again. Face your hook to the back and wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook in a backwards motion, but we're not sliding through one loop, we're sliding through the first 2 loops. So slide through the first loop and the second loop at the same time, but don't slide through this loop, just pull your hook up. Don't slide through the last loop. So now we've got 2 loops on our hook, and face your hook sideways, slightly to the back, and wrap your yarn right over your hook, like this. And now slide your hook through those 2 loops at the same time. So both of the loops, not just one loop, both of the loops now. Slide through one, like that, and then slide through the second. And that is your first double crochet. Congrats. If you did this, then you can definitely complete the whole granny square, because the whole granny square is just full of double crochets and like little gaps in between, so that's it. And the gaps in between is just skipping stitches, so it's not too hard to make the gaps. Now let's do our third double crochet. So do a yarn over by wrapping your yarn over your hook from back to front. And now you see that circle that we inserted our first double crochet in? We're going to insert our hook in that same little like gap in the middle of that ring. And now there should be like 3 of these on your hook. We're going to yarn over by wrapping the yarn over our hook and sliding it through only the ring, which is the first loop. And this is actually called pulling up a loop, and we do that for every single stitch we do in crochet. These are the 3 loops on your hook you should have now. Now remember, you can still hold up here, you don't have to hold down here, because it's just a common beginner mistake, so that's why I keep saying it to you guys. Yarn over again, wrapping your yarn over your hook from back to front, and now pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. The first 2, not first loop. So slide through them quite slowly, not too fast, or else you might the yarn might split and then it gets all like holy and stuff. So now there should be 2 loops on your hook, and now we need to do a yarn over again by wrapping our yarn over our hook, and now we need to slide through the last 2 loops at the same time. So slide your hook backwards until it goes through both of those loops. So now we've did 2 double crochet, and it should be looking like this with your chain space, your first double crochet and your second double crochet. And this is how it's looking like for me. Yours might look a little different because you're an absolute beginner, but just continue. And now we need to do 1 more double crochet. So remember, you're just going to yarn over by facing your hook to the back and wrapping your yarn over your hook. Insert your hook right in the middle of that circle where you inserted your other double crochets in, like that, and wrap your yarn over your hook again to make a yarn over. Now pull through the first loop on your hook, which is basically the whole ring, slowly like that, and I'll push your hook up, and now there should be 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops like that, and then pull through the second as well, and there should now be 2 loops on your hook. Now we need to yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops at the same time. So I pulled through both of the loops and I have did 3 double crochets now. This is how it's looking like. So now since we've did 3 double crochets, what we need to do now is chain 2. So it's just like at the start when we chain 4, except we're only doing it 2 times. So yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. And now we need to do that 1 more time. So yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, and that is chain 2. So I would suggest you remember how to do the chain 2 and the double crochets yourself now, but I'm still going to be doing it with you for round 1 since I don't expect you to know everything yet. Now my circle in the middle where I worked the double crochets in, it's not so obvious now, but I hope you can still see it kind of over there. Yeah, I think you can see it. So now we need to work 3 more double crochets in that same circle. So now we need to work 3 more double crochets in the ring. So just yarn over and insert your hook right in the middle of that same ring where you were inserting all the other double crochets in. And now yarn over and pull through the first loop, which is basically the ring. And now there should now be 3 loops on your hook. Now we are going to yarn over and slide through the first 2 loops on our hook. Like this, the first loop and then the second loop. And now we're going to slide through the next 2 loops. So now we need to yarn over and slide through the first 2 loops. So that's our first double crochet, and now we need to do 2 more. So yarn over and insert your hook right in the middle, just the same ones we've been inserting in. And now yarn over and pull through that ring, so that the circle, the first loop, like this. And there should now be 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, that loop and then that loop. And now we have 2 loops on our hook, so just yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops. So now we've did 2 double crochets, and now we need to do our last one. So yarn over and insert your hook right in the middle, yarn over again and pull through the loop on your hook, like this. There should now be 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and slide through the first 2 loops, like this and like this. And there should now be 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops, like this. And now we have 3 double crochets. Now we need to chain 2 again. So to chain 2, face your hook to the back and do a yarn over, and now pull through the loop on your hook. And that's 1 chain. And now we need to do 1 more chain. So face your hook to the back and wrap your yarn over your hook to make a yarn over, and pull through the loop on your hook. And that's 2 chains. And now we need to work 3 more double crochets. So if these double crochets are getting in your way, you can just scooch them to the side a bit, like just scooch them to the right. It doesn't really do anything, it just creates you more space, so it doesn't affect the actual granny square. Now we're going to work 3 more double crochets. So yarn over and insert your hook right in the middle, and now yarn over and pull through the ring. And now that's 3 loops. So now yarn over again and slide through the first 2 loops, this loop and then this loop. Yarn over again and slide through the last 2 loops, and again yarn over and insert your hook right in the middle of the ring. Yarn over again and slide through that ring. And now there's 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and slide through the next 2 loops. And now there should be 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and slide through the last 2 loops on your hook. So that is 2 double crochets. And you see the granny square is kind of forming now. So we need to do one more double crochet to finish this corner. So yarn over and insert your hook right in the middle of the ring, like this. Now don't worry if like that chain 4 space gets in your way. That's normal. It even gets in my way, so don't worry if that happens. Just crochet over it. We'll remove that after we finished. Yarn over. So you notice how when I'm yarn over, it's just like this. It's just like a straight line. Whereas when I'm normally yarning over, it's like this over my hook. So when you're yarning over, if it looks like that, that's fine. Just pull through the loop like this. And now there's 3 loops on your hook. Face your hook to the back and do a yarn over. And now slide through the last 2 loops on your hook. The next 2 loops, I mean. And now there's 2 loops on your hook. Now we need to yarn over. And now the last thing we need to do is pull through the last 2 loops on our hook. And that is 3 double crochets. So congratulations, you know how to do the double crochet now, hopefully. And this is how our granny square is looking like. So now it's kind of turning into a square, but don't worry if yours is turning into a circle, because you can always just adjust your granny square like this. But we're not even finished with round 1 yet. We still need to do 2 double crochets. So I'll talk about why we need to do 2 and not 3. But first we have to chain 2. So I think you guys know how to do chain 2 now. So you would face your hook to the back and wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook in a backwards motion until it goes through that loop. And just do that one more time. And slide through. And that's our chain 2. And now we need to do 2 double crochets. And the reason why we need to do 2 and not 3 is because you see the chain space. You remember when we were chaining 4 instead of 2? That counts as our double crochet for our 3rd double crochet. So now we're only going to be working 2 double crochets. So I'm kind of scooching all my stitches to the right. So now do 2 more double crochets by facing your hook to the back and yarning over. And insert your hook right in the middle of that ring. Now yarn over and pull through the ring like this. And there should now be 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now there is 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. That is our first double crochet, and we need to work 1 more double crochet for our granny square, round 1. So yarn over and insert a hook right in the middle. Now there's 3 loops on a hook. Yarn over and pull through the ring like this. Now pull your hook up, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Now there's 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And now we have did our final double crochet of the round 1 of granny square. So now you see this chain 4 space that was getting in our way. You see like the chain space over here, the gap over here. We're going to insert our hook right in the middle. Now we're going to yarn over, and if you can tell, I'm actually doing a slip stitch like how we did at the start to connect that middle. We're going to pull through the chain space like this and pull through the loop on our hook. And you see mine is kind of a circle but kind of a square at the same time. You can adjust your granny square. So I'm going to pull a loop on my hook and get my hook out. And this is how my granny square is kind of looking. So I'm just going to adjust it for it to look like a square. And I'm just going to make the edges a bit bigger because they're a bit too small for my liking. And now I'm going to insert my hook right back in and just tighten it back on. Now to start round 2, we need to chain 4 again. So now I think you guys have got the hang of how to chain. So chaining is just yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. That's 1 chain, and do that 3 more times. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and 1 more time, yarn over, pull through. It's kind of, chaining is so fun to do once you know how to do it as a beginner, because it's so easy and quick. Like, you just go like this, like this, like this. But obviously I'm not going to chain more because I've chained 4 now. So now you see that gap over here right next to the chain 4? That is where we're going to be working our 3 double crochets inside. Now we are going to be working, so just work 3 double crochets, yarn over, and insert your hook right in the middle. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. So I think you guys have got the hang of how to do double crochet now. But if you're like a slow learner and you still don't know how to do it, feel free to replay the video from the start and like try to learn how to do double crochet. But now since you've got the hang of it, I think I'm going to be doing it at normal speed now. But let's work our 2 more double crochets inside. So do 2 more double crochets inside that same space. So that is our second double crochet, and work our last double crochet. And that is 3 double crochets now. And now to transition us to the next space, we need to chain only 1, not 2. So just chain 1 by yarning over and pulling through the loop on our hook. And now we are going to move on to our next gap over here. This one is quite easy to see more than the first one. Now work 3 double crochets in this chain space. That's 1 double crochet, and I'm working 2 more now. So now that's 3 double crochets, and now since this is a corner stitch, I know this was also a corner, but since this is the start of it, we didn't have to do the corner. But now we need to chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets in this same space. So yarn over and pull through to make our first chain, and since we're chaining 2 this time, yarn over and pull through again. So now we are going to be working 3 double crochets in that same chain space. So this is my second double crochet. And now I'm going to be going on to my third one. And that is our first actual corner stitch. So now remember, to transition us to our next corner, we need to always chain 1. So when you're moving on to the next corner, chain 1. When you're working in the middle of a corner, chain 2. So chain 1 by pulling through the loop on your hook. And now we need to work 3 double crochets in this next chain space. It's exactly the same as over here. So just start working your 3 double crochets inside of that chain space. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. My last double crochet. Okay, so that's 3 double crochets, and you can just scooch it to the side a little bit to straighten that edge. And now we need to chain 2. So yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through again. So remember, always when it's in the middle of a corner, you have to chain 2 because you need to make that gap in the middle. If you chain 1, the gap's not big enough. So now work 3 more double crochets in the middle of that same gap, obviously. That's my first one. Now I'm moving on to my second. And now moving on to my third. So that's 3 double crochets. And remember, you can just even all your stitches out and scooch them to the right to make that like nice straight edge. That's like kind of the secret to straight edges. You just like even out your stitches, make the gaps bigger, even out, all of that. And I hope this tutorial also helped you learn how to crochet. So now remember, we're transitioning to the next stitch. So remember, we need to chain 1. So yarn over, pull through. And now we need to work 3 double crochets in this next gap over here. So work your 3 double crochets. And I've worked my 3rd double crochet, and remember, you can always scooch your stitches to the right a little bit, and you see I've got that straight edge now. So now, since we're in the middle of the double crochets, we need to chain 1. I'm just joking, we need to chain 2, but just yarn over and pull through to chain, and chain 1 more to make 2 chains. So now work 3 more double crochets in that same gap that you worked these 3 in. My first double crochet, my second double crochet, and my 3rd double crochet. So now that's our corner stitch. Remember, you can make the gap bigger, just scooch your stitches, even them out, just do whatever to make your edges straighter. And now over here is where it gets kind of confusing, but if you follow the steps, it should be quite easy for you. So what you would do is just work 2 double crochets in this gap, but you see some people get confused and work the double crochets in the chain space, but it's actually over here in this gap. So just work 2 double crochets in that gap like this. Don't worry if the chain space gets in your way, just do your double crochets like normal. And that is our 2 double crochets. So now insert your hook in like this chain space, because this is where we're going to slip stitch. So insert your hook in that chain 4 space, yarn over, and remember, we're doing a slip stitch if you noticed. If you have noticed, well done. So now to start our next round, you see it's already turning into a granny square. If you actually like your granny square this tiny, you can leave it like that, but usually people do 3 or 4 rounds. So now to make our next round, we need to chain 4. So hopefully you guys know how to chain now. So just yarn over and pull through and do that 3 more times. And that is chain 4. So remember, you can also stretch out your granny square. If it's like in a circle, you can just stretch out and refine the corners like this. So now you see this gap over here, we're going to work 3 double crochets inside. Remember, it's a corner stitch, but it's a start, so we need to only do 3 double crochets and leave it like that. So do 3 double crochets in this corner. That's my first double crochet. Now I'm moving on to my second. And now my third one. So now this is a new part of our granny square, and it's the new and final part. So once you know how to do this, you can make your granny square like this big. I've seen people do giant granny squares and they make it a blanket. So once you know how to do granny square, you know how to make a lot of things. So to transition us to our next stitch, which is in the middle here, we're going to chain 1. So that's 1 chain, and now this is where the new stuff gets in. So now we're going to be working something called a side stitch. So for side stitch, we need to only do 3 double crochets in that gap. So work your 3 double crochets in that gap. So that's how you do a side stitch. Remember, you can just even out your stitches and stretch out your granny square as you're going. And now we are going to transition onto the next stitch, which is chain 1, yarn over, pull through. And now you see this gap over here, that's where we work our normal corner stitches. So 3 double crochets first. And now that's our first part of our corner stitch. Remember, you can just slide them to the right. And now we need to chain 2 since this is a corner stitch. So chain 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And that is chain 2. Now we need to work 3 more double crochets in the same gap. So that is our corner stitch completed. Since we're transitioning onto our side stitch, we need to chain 1, yarn over, pull through. Sorry, I'm just fixing my hand grip, it's a bit loose. And now we need to work 3 double crochets in this gap. My second double crochet. And our third double crochet. So that is our 3 double crochets in that side stitch, and now we are moving on to our corner stitch. So chain 1, pull through, and work 3 double crochets, then chain 2 in this gap. Also, I know I keep saying this, but if you still don't know how to do double crochet off by heart, feel free to look back in the video. So now we can chain 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And also scoot your stitches to the side a little bit. And now we can stretch our granny square a little bit as well. And we need to work 3 more double crochets in that same gap. Now that's our corner completed. By the way, I like to refine my corners by poking my fingers inside of it, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So now we're transitioning onto our side stitch. So chain 1 and work 3 double crochets in that gap. Remember, you can even your stitches out. And now we are moving on to our corner stitch. So chain 1 and work 3 double crochets, then chain 2 in this corner. And you can even your stitches out. Pull this 3 double crochets to the right a little bit. Now we can chain 2 since this is a corner stitch. Chain 1, chain 2, and work 3 more double crochets in the same gap. And that is our corner stitch. And now we're moving on to our side stitch, because yesterday night when I was doing granny square, I missed this side stitch, and then I worked 2 double crochets here, and then my granny square shrinked like that, and I was wondering why. And then I had to undo the whole thing, and only when I started a new one, that's when I noticed that I just missed 1 stitch. So I could have just undid this side and just redid it instead of undoing the whole thing. But anyway, chain 1, because this is a side stitch. Now work 3 double crochets in that side. Now that's 3 double crochets, and now we need to chain 1, and now we need to work 2 double crochets, because remember, this chain counts. 2 double crochets over here. And now the last thing we need to do to finish off this granny square is poke our hook in the middle of that chain space and do a slip stitch by yarning over and pulling through the first loop, then the second loop, and that is how you crochet a granny square. Congratulations if this was your first time crocheting and you only learned how to do it today. And what I think about granny square is really useful, and if you wanted to continue going, you can just work more rounds. Just remember all of the side stitch rules, and you can also just chain 1 and then snip off the yarn and pull your hook upwards to tighten it, and then snip it off if you want. But that's how you crochet granny square, and I hope this tutorial helped you. Please remember to subscribe. Stay blessed, guys. Bye.